So they euthanized Peanut the squirrel and his raccoon friend Fred. And now what? What exactly does it achieve? I have never and will never be a fan of unnecessary killings of wildlife. And I feel like this situation here was not only messed up, but a huge overreach and a waste of taxpayers' money. But before we get into that, I'm going to give you the backstory. So there's this squirrel called Peanut that was owned by this content creator called Mark. And they would create these really cute videos. He had Peanut trained. Peanut would do these little cute jumps, hold up cute signs, and all sorts. And of course, because it's feel good content, they did amass quite a number of followers. And people go there to feel good. The world is stressful enough. Having things to look at that make you smile, make you laugh is actually a good thing, a de-stressor. So them having a lot of followers is not a surprise. But guess what? When you have a lot of followers and when you're doing things that make others feel good, in comes the haters. All right, so some haters obviously started reporting to the New York Department of Environmental Conservation that, oh my goodness, this harmless squirrel that is being taken care of by this harmless man is bothering us and you guys should investigate. So what is the Department of Environmental the deck. What do? They seize the squirrel. So it gets really worse from there. It goes downhill from there. They do not seize the squirrel to maybe, I don't know, put it in some, maybe a conservation place, something, somewhere, a refuge, something where they can say, okay, you know what, let's investigate this. Let's see what's going on. Let's see how we can save the squirrel's life or put the squirrel in a place that is beneficial for the squirrel, because we think Mark's place is not beneficial for the squirrel. No, that is not what they did. What they did was they killed the squirrel. They killed the squirrel and killed the squirrel along with Fred, its raccoon friend. What does that benefit? Now get this. They didn't just kill the squirrel, they killed the squirrel at the expense of New York State taxpayers. Who does it benefit? So here's their excuse. Why did they kill the squirrel? Oh, the squirrel bit somebody, which I am not fully convinced is the truth. Okay, allegedly bit somebody because, again, I feel like they needed an excuse because the outrage was brewing and they needed an excuse to euthanize the squirrel. The squirrel has been living with this man for Lord knows how long and has never bitten this man. The squirrel is like just minding its own business, just being happy, not complaining to you. And then some awful people, horrible people decide they want to just report, oh, the squirrel's being exploited. Did the squirrel come to you and say, I'm being exploited? Are you kidding me? Because again, I feel like, yes, wildlife, they should be out in the wild. We get that. But then again, there are going to be situations where maybe you find a wildlife or an animal that is harmed and you decide to nurse it back to health and you decide, okay, you're going to keep it or release it to the wild. Now, I'm not going to take blame away from the owners because, again, know your laws, know what you can or cannot do. And if you know that you're going to own a wild animal, know how you can own this wild animal. Do not leave things for tomorrow. You should have gotten a license. You should have said, okay, you know what? We need to do everything that we need to do to make sure that the squirrel can stay here legally so there will be no problems. And again, I feel like, okay, fine, you took the squirrel from this man and you just couldn't wait. They were working on getting their license according to him. And you just couldn't wait to let them do that. And you felt the best solution was to kill this poor defenseless creature that wasn't harming anybody and make this, oh, the squirrel bit somebody. So people will be like, okay, oh no, and we were going to test for rabies because this. Really? And you feel like people are going to fall for that? Again, New York State people, you need to start. This is why I'm like, okay, when people get like really angry, like government overreach, oh, the government, we don't like the government. I don't blame them because when you see situations like this, you're working hard, you're paying taxes, and they're using your taxes. They're using your taxes to go and kidnap squirrels from homes that they're being taken care of and that they're not a threat to anyone outside. If this squirrel was running rampage in the neighborhood, biting people, then I'd be like, okay, maybe that's why they did it. This squirrel was not harming anybody. It was well taken care of in the house that it was in. And I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't have rabies or it does have rabies because I'm not there and I'm not privy to that information. But come on. If this squirrel was going to be biting people all over the place, it would have bitten the man. It would have bitten its wife or his wife. Okay? So I don't know what to say. My question is, now what? They have taken the squirrel out of its home and they have killed it. They have euthanized the squirrel. They have euthanized the raccoon. The raccoon's like, how did I get in this? Why am I dead? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, okay, the squirrel bit somebody, then you kill the raccoon too. What's your excuse for that? Or are those false reports that the raccoon also got killed and euthanized? Because you felt power and you felt you can do whatever you want. And oh, you know what? It's a small problem. We're just going to get rid of the squirrel. We're just going to get rid of the raccoon because the squirrel life does not matter. This raccoon's life does not matter. Who's going to care? Let's just take this thing out of the home and we're just going to kill it and move on because it's the easiest way to do things. Just kill it and move on. But guess what? People are outraged. People are pissed off because you decided to euthanize a defenseless creature. Ugh. Whew. All right. I had to gather myself because I just get really angry. Like when I hear situations like this, it's so annoying and so unnecessary. Give me a second again. How does this squirrel being euthanized benefit the people of New York State that you spent their taxpayer money on this? I'm curious. Like if somebody knows, please drop a comment and let me know because I'm confused about this. You know, how does the necessary killing of wildlife benefit the people of New York? And the people that decided they wanted to report, the little Karens that decided they wanted to report, I hope you sleep really terrible at night, knowing that you caused the death of these innocent animals. I hope you toss and turn at night. I hope like you have nightmares literally like in your sleep because you caused the death of these creatures because you decided you wanted to be a snitch because you didn't like that somebody was happy or somebody was minding their own business. Like, I don't get it. I don't want to be like, oh, anyways. So that is the story. Peanut is gone. Fred is gone because snitches and haters decided they wanted to report, and because New York State Department of Environmental Conservation handled this situation so poorly. They handled this situation. But yes, I'm judging you because you handled the situation poorly. Could have been handled better. There's so many avenues, but you took the lazy way out. And yeah, oh, the squirrel bits. Okay, so what was the excuse for euthanizing the raccoon too? If it was that the squirrel bit somebody that, and he hadn't bitten the owner that found him all this while. I mean, make it make sense for us. You know what I mean? I have my doubts about that story. I have my doubts about the reason that because again, we've seen it with dogs. The easiest way is just to euthanize and get rid of them. Like, there's so many. Let's just kill them. We can solve this problem. Let's just end it. And that is a solution. That is not the solution. That is absolutely not a solution. It would never sit right with me. It will never ever sit right with me when you unnecessarily kill something, wildlife. It will never sit right with me. Squirrels, like literally, again, I interact with squirrels a lot. I interact with wild squirrels a lot and respectfully, and even in the wild, like even out there, I've never had a squirrel try to lounge at me or try to bite me or anything like that, and the squirrel was, no words. Anyways, that is going to be it for this particular Behind the Art. They dragged me out of my bed for this one because I was raging. I was fuming. I was angry. I'm still angry. I'm still fuming. And the outrage out there is justifiable. I know they supposedly found one of the people that reported and they have been going in on her. And if she is actually one of the people that reported, then she deserves it. Like, your karma is waiting for you, if you believe that or not. Because again, some people don't have a conscience. So that there is that too, but if you cause the death of this innocent squirrel, you caused the death of this innocent squirrel that could have just been in this home, making people smile, making people happy. then you deal with that in your heart, your conscience. All right. We will continue behind the art. I know. Like, calm down, Tony. We will continue behind the art again with other topics. I don't know. I guess you're going to start seeing a lot of these impromptu behind the art because a lot of things do like PISEES me off when I see them. I'm like, you know, what is the right or wrong? What is the right or wrong? Humans, we just claim this monopoly on right or wrong, and it's just, I don't know. All right, well, thank you for watching. Bye.